When was the last time you were in love? Be honest about it.
I was in love last year, in 2020.
Were you in love when you were promoting the shows?
The Mismatched and Ludo, no, I was heartbroken then. Until last year, before Ludo and Mismatched, I would get rejected at least 3 times a week. But when it comes to personal, oh man, I am a
wreck.
Yeah, mess. I'm a full mess when it comes to like personal heartbreaks. Last year when it happened, it wasn't good at all. I was in a very, very bad shape, and like this is the first time in my life I had to like call my family and tell them, okay, I'm unable to deal with, so like I need you all to be here for like support and whatnot. I'm convinced that there will be something better. Someone better.
Send rishtas.
We
can do Rohit ka swayamvar.
No, not right now. Not ready for it. There was this uncle, who reached out.
Uncle?
And like old man. I mean, that's what it looked like from his profile. But he reached out and he said, hey, would you like to make some mistakes with me? And I ignored it. Then sometime later, he reached out and said, I can pay for those mistakes if you like.
He's clearly the man of the moment, the national crush of 2020 and maybe 2021 as well. And it took me months to pin him down to this sofa.
That is rubbish.
That is the
absolute
truth.
We were all going through a pandemic.
उसके पहले भी 5 महीने थे जहाँ पे इन्होंने मेरे से कोई बात नहीं की थी. So clearly I have complaints, but we'll deal with it later. On Valentine's Day we have your Sunday crush, Rohit Saraf, joining us for a conversation. Hello, thank you for doing this finally.
Hello, thank you very much for having me.
I started off with a complaint.
Yeah,
but that's
okay.
Me for you.
That's you. Yeah.
But talking about the person you are, how are you as a person when you're in love?
I don't think I'm very different. I don't know how to be in a half-hearted anything. If I'm in it, I'm fully in it, like head first. I dive into it. When I'm not in it, I'm just not in it. Like
so no boundaries.
I've had issues with boundaries. Like I haven't been able to draw them in the past. Moving forward, I might. I don't know. I mean, I would like to believe that I will, but I don't think. See, you can strategize all of this, all that you want, but when it actually happens, I don't think you can control it. I find it very difficult to control it. So yeah, that's.
But when was the last time you were in love? Be honest about it.
I was in love last year, in 2020.
Were you in love when you were promoting the shows?
The Mismatched and Ludo, no, I was heartbroken then.
How do you deal with heartbreak? Is there a defense mechanism? Because heartbreak doesn't always have to be romantic. Even when you are an actor and you deal with a lot of heartbreaks on a daily basis, how do you deal with those times? Is there a defense mechanism now?
I think when it's professional, heartbreak is a heartbreak at the end of it. You do feel bad, you feel like shit and whatever. But I think when it's professional, I think there is a way to come out of it. At least now I've developed it for myself over the years, because in the initial years, until last year, before Ludo and Mismatched, I would get rejected at least 3 times a week. There are more rejections than there are successes. And initially I would get really bothered and I would start questioning myself every single time it happened, to a point where it became negative, to a point where it started affecting my confidence a lot. But now I've come to realize that even when you do get rejected, it's not always about you. I mean, sometimes you don't perform well and that's where you get rejected, but there are also times where you don't fit the part. There are 10,000 things that producers, directors have to think about before they get an actor on board. So I take it with a pinch of salt now. And in my life, in the last 3 years, ever since Sky, actually, since I was auditioning for Sky, I cannot tell you the number of times, Nayan, it has been reiterated. It's been proven in my life that if there is something that doesn't work out, there's always something better that works out in the same time frame. I have seen it, felt it, gone through it many times. So now I don't question it anymore. Yeah, that's professional. But when it comes to personal, oh man, I am a
wreck.
Yeah, mess. I'm a full mess when it comes to like personal heartbreaks. Last year when it happened, it wasn't good at all. I was in a very, very bad shape, and like this is the first time in my life I had to like call my family and tell them, okay, I'm unable to deal with, so like I need you all to be here for like support and whatnot. So then they actually flew down during the pandemic and they were with me. But therapy has been something that's really helped, and I've been I used to be very apprehensive about, I used to take therapy like 3 years ago, and then I discontinued because I wasn't sure if I wanted to. But then during this time when, you know, whatever happened, shit went down last year, I realized that okay, perhaps it's time that I need to give it another shot, and I did, and now I swear by it. I feel like it's the anchor in my life that kind of keeps me balanced, it keeps me afloat, and it's great, it's fabulous.
But if you don't mind me asking, how long was this relationship?
It was not too long.
But it still affected you so much because you are in it for the
in
good.
My head it was gonna be forever, and that's how I always gave it, as in whatever I had to give in, I gave it my all, and that's why it hurt the way it did. But very glad now, you know, when I look back at it in hindsight, when I think about it, I'm okay that it didn't work out, because I'm convinced that there will be something better.
Someone
better.
Send rishtas.
We
can do Rohit ka swayamvar.
No, not right now. Not ready for it.
No, of course you're not ready for it. Listen, we are not getting you married right now.
Yeah,
it's
no.
okay. But I want to know, when was your first love, not crush? Like, when did you first feel that you are in love with somebody? It can be one-sided too.
2016.
Okay. And
Bus.
No, मुझे जानना है ना. अरे, but I want to know, did you approach that person? Were you with that person, or was it one-sided?
No, I did, and we were a thing, but that didn't work out.
Okay. Rohit, as a person, what is that one thing that you would not tolerate in any relationship?
Dishonesty,
like when you are
and disrespect.
Okay. And what is that one quality that can floor you completely?
I think someone who's driven. I get very inspired, and that's who I am as a person.
Yeah.
I mean, I started when I was 15. So I'm very, very driven, and like...
Yeah, that is true.
For me, being ambitious is very important. Like, it's the first few things that I ever notice about anyone, you know, be it platonic, romantic, random people I meet. And I get damn happy when I meet like ambitious people, when I meet like driven people. It just makes me really happy. So I think that is one quality that truly floors me.
But if you were dating Rohit Saraf, what is that one quality you would want him to change?
I think I would like Rohit to set boundaries.
Okay, so we are back to boundaries then.
We're back to boundaries.
So do you feel that sometimes space is required in any relationship?
I've learned.
But initially, you were not the one who gave space, or you were not the one who took space from people?
Neither. I didn't know. I never understood the idea of space, right?
Yeah.
Now I understand. So it's different. Like, initially for me, if I'm in love with you, I would be very happy to have you be a part of everything in my life. You know, I never thought that I'd like to, okay, this is my life, and you know, you are a part of it. You are as much a part of everything in my life that is going on.
Yeah.
And that's how I always kind of approached it. But perhaps not, I mean, clearly that's not worked, right? So now perhaps, you know, I'd like to try what happens if there are boundaries and space and yeah, so.
But listen, when you're the man crush last year, I'm sure you've been hit on by everybody. How do you take that? And what's the creepiest thing that has happened to you? I want to know, because like creepiest thing in messages and maybe samna samni kuch hua hai aisa, kuch like which has scared you a little bit?
See, hit on though it doesn't happen, because wait, hear me out. I'm not saying it doesn't exist.
Everybody I think is going to disagree here, but yeah.
No, hear me out. I'm saying I'm not.
I should send those messages to him. All my friends who messaged me, I think the messages should reach him. Forwarded. Wait, I'll do that.
What I'm saying is, I haven't been out in public. You know, I don't go to places. I wouldn't go to cafes to have meals. I wouldn't go to restaurants to have dinners. So, publicly being hit on in person hasn't happened. Of course, it happens on Instagram, Facebook, all these places. And how do I take it? I get very happy, man. Who doesn't want to be hit on?
But what is the creepiest message or the creepiest thing that happened?
I actually did speak about it. There was this uncle, who reached out.
Uncle?
And like old man. I mean, that's what it looked like from his profile. But he reached out and he said, hey, would you like to make some mistakes with me? And I ignored it because I was like, whatever, it doesn't matter. And then sometime later, I got another message from the same account saying, I read everything that's on my DM. Everything.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I lose out.
Fans are happy right now.
It's very true. I do read everything. But then sometime later, he reached out and said, I can pay for those mistakes if you like. And that's when I got disgusted. I was like, okay, you're crossing the line. So I'm going to like block you and be happy in my life. And that's what I did.
Good you did. But I also agree that you have a very kind heart. And I feel kindness is in the order of the day. And I hope that I said this to Priyanka Chopra and I'm going to say this to you, that I hope you go places and you take us along with you.
Thank you. Wow, that means a lot. Thank you so much. And I'm very happy. Thank you.